So continuing the last video, in this one I added one more prompt. So I asked it, can modify the UI by adding a data menu, under it a filter that creates a filter just like in Excel. So it's that feature in Excel where we apply filter and all the columns get a drop down. Where in the drop down, for example, for a cities column, we can see all the cities that are present in that, like Mumbai, Delhi, and all. And if we check the Mumbai, it will only show the data related to Mumbai city, and those checkboxes are multiple selectable also, so Delhi, Mumbai both can be selected. Like that's a similar thing it implemented. So first it did changes to the menu. It added one more menu called data. Let me increase the size. Yeah, so first it added one more menu, that is data. Under that, filter and clear filter, and added CSS for this. These changes I have already added, so let me start it again. Get started. Let me refresh. So see, this data has a filter and clear filter. Now the JavaScript changes that I have not yet copied. So let me first explain some of these. So there is a function add filter it is creating to add the filters. Then this is a get column value for a particular column index. It's getting all the values from that. So for example, while iterating this column, it will get the all the values that are present in this column and it will put it in an array. And at the end, we are sorting it. So it also adds a new value named blank for any empty rows. This is the get column. This is apply filter for applying the filter, actual filter, where it iterates over the rows and checks whether the value matches the cell value, where cell value is coming from the current input and this value is coming from the filters list. And clear filter is for removing the filter. Coming to the first function, the add filter. Here you can see it is iterating over the headers. Headers is this one, the empty ABCD, this one, because it needs to add the arrow, drop down arrow in all these. So for that it is iterating, and notice it is checking for index 0, it is skipping. That's because the first one before the A, this is the 0th index of TH. This is the in table structure, this is the TH row. You can see this, the first row, all elements are under TH. First is, this is the 0th index. When we will be getting the query selector for TH, all these will return, and we are skipping this one, 0th index. Remaining others are under TR, we have TD. So coming back to this, so for headers it is skipping the 0th, and then for the remaining it is calling that get column values, where it is getting a values array containing all the values from that column. And then for each it is creating the checkboxes and adding it to the drop down, where drop down is nothing but a div that it created at the top. So let's apply this one and see. I'll copy this. So within the script, you can see all the scripts run under this event listener, DOM content loaded. So we'll also paste it inside this only, because all the variables used here will not be accessible outside. It's under this function only. So I'll put the code here and let's reload the page. So opened it, and now if I do a data filter, so notice we got this arrow icon in all these except this first one. And if I click on this one, I can see these are the values that it contains. So if I uncheck the blank, notice some data are going. So now we just left with John Doe and Mike Davis data. Now when we can filter by this, we don't want to include the engineering one, so we'll be left with only these data. So it's pretty similar to what we have in Excel. only 68,000 ones are there. So if I remove this, no data will be showing up. Yeah, so that's it for this video. If I include uh, additional prompt for new features, I will be sharing details in further videos.